Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Last year, my parents lost a lot of digital photos in an unfortunate hard drive crash, and it was very tragic because they had not backed up any of those digital photos. And the sad part is they had software that was perfectly capable of doing it. Software that I had given them, but not bothered to explain to them. And so I apologized. And I did apologize to them for not taking the time to explain all these powerful features that were in this free program that I've recommended before countless times. Picasa. It used to be shareware. Now it's available for free at picasa.google.com, or you can just Google for it. I'm sure you'll be able to uncover it. It's a free program for Windows or Linux. Huh? Isn't that nice? And allegedly, Google is working on a way to port Picasa, this photo management, basic photo editing tool, over to Mac OS X as well. And I can't wait. Ponzi, my wife, loves Picasa. My mom has finally gotten into Picasa. She likes how it works, how she can organize files, how she can make simple edits. It's very friendly. But the thing is she said, well, I want to back up my photos on CD. I'm like, well, then press the gift CD button. She's like, oh. So, well, then how do I add folders to back up? So you just place check marks in the folders that you want to back up. She's like, oh. That's all it took, was just me stepping her through that. And she's like, wow, that's great. And then she said, well, you know, I usually email the photos out from Picasa. What if I want to upload them to the web? I said, well, then press the web albums button, Mom. She's like, really? Like, yeah, you can upload an entire folder of photos from the Picasa desktop client up onto your free account on Google. Google gives you a gigabyte worth of space to throw photos onto, and you can do it all right there from the desktop. Now, if you are, let's say right now on Mac OS X, you say, well, I'd like to try Picasa, or I'd like to upload photos to the web albums. This isn't the Picasa, full-on desktop client, but they have the Picasa Web Albums Uploader tool, which is just all it does is allows you to easily upload a folder or set of images to your Picasa Web Albums through your Google account. That client is currently available for Windows or Mac OS X. That one isn't Linux. So there's a couple of Picasa tools. There's the full-on photo management tool, and then there's the Web Albums Uploader. The good news is that the Web Albums Uploader is integrated within the full-on desktop tool. So you could try either one of them, but my recommendation if you have Windows is to use Picasa's desktop management tool. It's just another way to view photos. And I had to explain to her, I'm like, Mom, the photos don't actually exist inside Picasa. Picasa is just a program. It's just a viewer. It's another way of looking at and organizing your digital photos. So I showed her the Web Albums Upload tool. I'm like, you can just select what folder you want, you put it on the web, and then I can view it on my end with relative ease. You don't have to email me. It's sitting on the web. It's backed up. I can look at it. You can protect it. You can just allow certain people to see it. She said, yeah. She said, I wish we had your wedding photos because we lost those in the crash. I'm like, well, I uploaded my wedding photos to my Picasa web album, and I went there on her computer back in Iowa, or their computer. She uses it, I think, more than my dad uses it, my mom uses it, but they use the same account. Don't even get me started. That's a whole other headache. I looked on that computer that had Picasa installed, and when I viewed my web album from their computer, there was an option that says download this album to Picasa. And I clicked the button, and Picasa opens up and says, would you like to download this entire album? And it downloaded all the photos that I had uploaded into my wedding album on Picasa's website. It's, again, I set up for free. It downloaded it to their computer. It was easy. I didn't have to right-click, save as, organize. It was organized for me. So not only is it easy to push albums of photos up to the web for free, it's easy to download them as well. So now you can imagine my excitement about this impending launch, alleged launch of a Mac OS X version of the full-on Picasa desktop client. I love Picasa. I've loved it ever since I paid $30 for it. I'd easily pay $30 for it again and again and again. It's the best photo management tool for Windows and Linux on the planet. And maybe at some point in the future, I know it whips iPhoto, no doubt about it, way better than iPhoto, in my humble opinion. Anyway, I just wanted to say again, I apologize to anybody out there who may take a recommendation of mine, and I'm a teacher in the sense that I'll lead a horse to water, but I expect you to kind of drink at that point. Some people just don't drink, and they need to be shown how. And I wish I would have illuminated this path for my parents beforehand, and I'm certainly taking that under serious consideration when I go to show them new software in the future that may help them do things that they want to do. Anyway, if you've got any other ideas to pass along to people who are just kind of getting used to software, or maybe you got some digital photo ideas, my email address is chris@pirillo.com. And of course, you're welcome to send me any kind of software suggestions you might have, especially if they're good for both power users and users like my parents who aren't very power user at all. And then if you are a power user, you're welcome to stop by the chat room. We're chatting live about technology in conjunction with this live video feed pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.